What's up, guys? I'm Mr. Inferno, and well, this is gonna be the ones guy I've been talking about for a little bit now. Sorry, it's a little bit later than I thought it would be, and that's just because I have some hockey stuff returning, and just a lot going on for the past couple days. But now it's out. Well, when you're seeing this, it'll be out. And well, most of you that are seeing this are probably new here, and I would really appreciate if you guys do subscribe and leave a like. I'm really hoping that you guys will, well, this will help you. That's the whole point of it. I've actually been working on the ideas and having to scrap different ones. I picked the top five I think are the most important, and so I'm going to do it in practice mode just so that way you guys can kind of see without me getting spam poked or just bodied or anything like that. So I'm pretty sure I think this guy is a sniper. I just made a player to be kind of like my chill player. He's a little bit bigger just in case. So I can. Well, I don't really need to hit anyone in this. I didn't really think about that. But yeah, so this is. I think he's a sniper. I think he's like 6'1" or something. I just made a custom player. And so anyway, yeah. So this is not gonna be in any particular order. And you may also be thinking, why I didn't do it in ones now. It's kind of the same thing. I just want to be able to show you guys what to do. I'll just be using the space down here. Excuse me. So this is not going to be in any particular order, but number one is going to be possession. And, well, you guys probably know what that means. So the puck can be down here, and I'm going to go get it. I'm just going to bring it up here. People are going to follow me, probably be spam poking me. You can always stop, go back. You normally don't want to go where they can hit it, so always have your back to them like this. And I play on 94, as most of you probably know, but if you're new, you don't. Now you do. So, excuse me. So yeah, all you have to do is just kind of do your thing, kind of protect the puck as best you can, as I'm doing, and then you can kind of stop and start and go around, kind of get a good move at him. So like I don't have obviously anyone here to demonstrate that, but let's say I'm going in like this, I can do a little stop and oh, that's terrible. Yeah, I can go in and do a little stop, start, and go around, weave. You get the point, then score. So it all kind of does that. So I mean, you can always kind of protect the puck like this. I mean, do anything you can to protect it, and go at your own pace. I'm more of a slower player in the sense of I like to take my time. If you're a quicker player, you can always just kind of go in like this, kind of fake and go back. That also works. Apparently, can't score on that though. So you guys kind of get the point. If you're a fast player, you can kind of go in, maybe use the net. Oh, what just happened? The NHL 20 glitches behind the net. And then you just kind of bring it back out here. I kind of like to take my time, though, as it already said. So, yeah, that's number one. So, number two is going to be no fancy deeks. And this one I have a horrible habit of doing, this fancy deek. So, I'll get the puck and kind of try and go like that around them and try and score, which that was horrible. But, like, let's say there's a big guy coming at me. I'll try and go like that. It just doesn't ever work. Or it does like 1 out of like 40 times it will. It just doesn't work often enough where it's reliable. So it's just okay. Thank you for poking me. It's just something that you shouldn't really be doing. Like you can go like that. The only thing I can think of is if you're on a breakaway and you really think you can hit that one-hander, go for it. I'm surprised that one of them was a really bad one. But like, yeah, if you beat your guy and then go in, you can hit him. Beat him to the outside. Or you can do one of these little side step deeks where I don't know why I didn't do it like that. I don't recommend going with the loose puck deke. It just doesn't ever work, at least in 20. Oh, I did not mean to poke that. So yeah, you guys get the point. Just try not to do as many fancy deeks. And I don't know, game kind of glitched out there. So, I mean, that one is another one that doesn't work, is the little flip thing. I don't really know what you want to call it. It just doesn't really work. One that I actually have seen people try to do in games is they go in and try and do a Datsuk. And obviously it's not going to work. I mean, you just saw the goalie poked me. And in ones, it'll be the same thing as they'll just poke you. You're better off trying to shoot. Or if you beat your guy to the outside, go in for a deke like that. So number three is going to be go for rebounds. And I actually don't have anyone to help me with like this. But you can literally just stand here the whole time. And this is for bigger guys, like people that like using bigger players. Because, I mean, you can literally just stand in front of the net, block everything, get a rebound. So let's say I'm standing here, guy takes a shot, I get it back, turn, shoot. It's a goal. I mean, and then that's just an easy goal if you want to do that. So, I mean, or you could go with the tactic of just trying to dangle them, but that doesn't often work when you have two other guys trying to deck you. So that's like a little thing. So, yeah, basically just stand in front of the net, they'll shoot it, you get it, turn. Okay, he turned the wrong way. My bad. Alright, give me this. I did actually, as you guys can probably tell, remake the F3's goalies for my little custom team or whatever you want to call it. I basically just made my shell player as a sniper and then just put a random players on the team. So yeah, I can just be standing here. Guy gets me the rebound. It's in the net. So it's pretty simple. Number 4 is going to be use bigger players, and this is why I made my guy a little bit bigger than my normal players. That I tend to go for like 5'9", 5'10" kind of guys. And as you can see, the fancy deke doesn't work. And so the reason I say bigger players is that way you can be going down and you can just deck a guy. Like, I tend to go for smaller players. It's harder for me to hit guys. I tend to focus on poke checks more, which is a really bad idea because for whatever reason they're really inconsistent and hitboxes are really bad, at least for me. And so, like, yeah, that's all you have to do is just use a bigger player. And it's a lot easier to use. This is more for a newer player or one who is struggling with ones. If you don't like big players like me, I mean, that really can't help you. You can always switch to use a big player and do what I did with the rebounds. Just stand here. Guy takes clap bomb, blocks it, goes in, and shoots it. And so the last one on the list, and this is going to be one that's like a easy... What just happened there? Is a lot easier to use as far as if you don't like bigger players like myself. And that is just using heavy hitter. The trait heavy hitter. I recommend it in the secondary stat, or trait, whatever it's called in this game. And not the primary one, which is the first one. So the reason I say that is because the secondary one, which is the middle one, that second blue one, it isn't worth as much as far as stat changes as the first one. And so I like to go something like quick wrister. What just happened there? Quick wrister on my my primary, because I tend to go for wrist shots more than slap shots by far. So I really don't care if a slap shot stat is low. So I go quick wrister, and then I would go heavy hitter. If I were going to do heavy hitter, I'd put it in the second slot. And this is just a couple honorable mentions. You can also I recommend using Rubberman as your specialty or whatever it's called, the red one, which is the third one. I recommend going Rubberman for ones. That way, basically what it does is if you get hit, then you lose a lot less energy than if you didn't have it on your stamina bar. So Rubberman is definitely one I actually had to cut from the top 5, but Rubberman is definitely up there with heavy hitter. If you're struggling, well, even if you're not struggling, Rubberman's going to just be really good. Or quick defensive stick. Because in ones, anytime you don't have the puck, you do not actually have, or it's actually considered the defensive zone, I'm pretty sure. And I could be wrong. I apologize if I am wrong. But I'm pretty sure that it's considered the defensive zone in ones. So if you want quicker poke checks, I would recommend going Rubberman by far over that, but maybe you don't have Rubberman or something. I don't know. But that's also a good alternative, or decent one, I should say. What's it called? What's the one called? Sorry, I'm forgetting. The one where you can have like a bunch of extra stamina. That one's also pretty good. Not rubber. What is that one called? This is sad. I don't use it as much as Nego Rubberman more, but you guys know which one I'm talking about. It's the one where you get like a bunch more stamina and you can go a lot faster. That's more of a threes one, I would say, than ones. But I mean, I use the same class for both most of the time, so don't matter. So yeah, basically, just make sure the whole point of threes, or not threes. I don't know what I'm talking about. In ones, the main thing that's gonna be the decider on who wins is not even as much skill. I mean, it definitely has a play in it, but basically just your stats, like as far as your traits and your size goes on your guys, and how well you're able to use your character. I tend to go for smaller players because I like to be faster than be able to hit. And so If bigger guys are your thing, then that's perfectly fine. Do as I say, where you stand in front of the net, guy shoots it, block it, rebound, and then net. If you're a smaller guy, well, this is just for anyone, mainly smaller guys though. Kind of try and protect the puck like this, and then whenever you have your chance, kind of cut in, and it's a goal. And obviously, this is not Ones Eliminator or even Ones Now. This is obviously practice mode. This is just so I can kind of show you guys what you want to do. Another thing, when you're going for deeks, and I already said this earlier, don't do the fancy ones. It just never works. One-handers are risky, but that's the only one that you can really pull off. And it's at the crossbar. I tend to go. Toe drags are ones that do work, though. Toe drags are normally pretty good. And I do apologize for what just happened. I was in the middle of it and recording, and it just kind of crashed. So, sadly, some of the actual content, like of me playing in the practice mode and showing you guys, did get messed up. There's no audio to it, and the video itself was a little bit messed up. So I'm gonna just have to give a little recap, and you guys just for a recap, just to make sure. So basically, possession of the puck is kind of key, honestly. I mean, especially for smaller guys. It's main for smaller guys. Big guys can also do it for sure, but especially if you're a smaller guy, definitely make sure to do that. No fancy deeks. It'll just get you hit. I mean, it doesn't ever work. Maybe you'll pull it off like once or twice. It's not gonna work very much. You're better off trying to weave or toe drag or something. Toe drags are even kind of risky, but weaving's probably the best way to go. Rebounds are mainly for big guys. Smaller guys, I don't recommend it just because smaller guys tend to get injured every time they block a shot. So that's not helping you at all. And you might as well just be screening the goalie for them. So it's better just to use the big guys for that. Speaking of big guys, bigger players probably going to be easier for newer players especially. And using heavy hitter is going to be also pretty helpful, especially if you learn how to reverse it, which is really not that hard. Basically, whenever somebody goes to hit you, all you have to do is just lean into them while holding your check button. For me, it's a B. For skill stick, I think it's up on the right stick. And for the other ones, I have no idea. But yeah, just basically just when they go to hit you, hit them back. All you have to do, not that hard. You can always practice it with a bot or something, or with a friend. So yeah. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Mr. Inferno. Make sure to like, subscribe, share with friends, and I really hope this one guide helped you guys out, and especially if you're a newer player. I mean, even if you aren't, if you're just looking to get better, hopefully you guys can all get help from this video. So thank you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.